Good afternoon, traders, and welcome back to this week's Hot Stocks Outlook for September 28th, 2018. Hope you're all having an excellent week in the financial markets, and as always, plenty of opportunities to cover. So we're going to start here with Viacom. We've got Therapeutics, Radiant Logistics, Digital Realty Trust, and rounded out with Exxon Mobil. So starting here with Viacom, what we have here are daily bars and candles. So all the indicators that we cover here are working off of end of day data. So you have all of this before the market opens at 9:30. But against this price data, you see that we have a black line and also a blue line there. Now, the black line is what's called a actual moving average, or a simple moving average, a very common technical indicator, and does a good job of letting us know where past prices have been over a given period of time. But what we're able to compare that to is this blue value, which is actually a predicted moving average generated via the technology here found within VantagePoint. So what this is actually utilizing is neural networks, or artificial neural networks, which is a type of artificial intelligence, to forecast future prices. So creating predictive indicators, forecasting where prices are expected to move going next. So when we have that predicted moving average, we're able to compare that to an actual moving average and really get a lead time on trend reversals in the market. So understand when it's time to go ahead and look to make a directional trade on the market, essentially a trend reversal. Now, in addition to that predicted moving average, we have our predictive neural index at the bottom here. And we see this stays in a green configuration, but we'll have some charts where it moves from green to red. And lastly, we have this predicted range, so predicted high and low for each and every trading day. So when you really round out the entirety of these forecasts, as we really work through these, what you really have is a forecast of trend and a predicted moving average, a highly accurate 48-hour indicator with the predicted neural index, so covering about 2 candles moving forward, so forecasting short-term strength or weakness in the market. And then lastly, you're given a predicted trading range, so an actual range of where should volatility move over the next trading day, essentially an intraday levels there. So we see as that blue line crosses above the black line, neural index moves up, and we can actually see, how accurate these predicted high and low predictions are against the actual market data, because you have all of these levels before the trading day occurs. You see here, really great entry here towards the beginning of this trade, and you never get any weakness from the neural index. It's saying, look, expect that strength over these 48-hour periods. You see these constantly hitting these predicted highs and moving a little bit higher with trend, but a really great opportunity to get involved in a trending market here. And so far, really nice move higher. But a big part of all of this is really being able to, adapt your position over time. So, as that market changes, recognizing that, okay, well, the trend has moved to the downside. I need to get out of this position, or I need to get cheaper prices and understand there's going to be some weakness. That's what really makes a difference when it comes to, forming those expectations for your trading. So you see here about a 14% move just over the past 9 trading days here in Viacom. Definitely a nice opportunity as a lot of these markets are moving higher, but there's a ton of volatility in the markets, upside and downside. So, it really comes down to, taking long positions, also taking some short positions. As the markets are running up to fresh new highs, there's really a lot more volatility than, the S&P and the indexes, I think are really highlighting here. But you look at Therapeutics here. Here we have a crossover to the downside, neural index strongly at a 0 here. So that being that 48-hour indicator moving forward. And this is a place where you can go ahead and look to get short the market. You see these markets moved from $11 per share all the way down to $4, $5 and change. So really great opportunity to go ahead and get short. But of course, you want to be careful with these things, right? Taking short positions in the market. Well, you see, okay, well, here's a great opportunity to go ahead and get short the market. You see another of these predicted high levels here. Obviously, you're in the mode of shorting the market and taking profit on those short positions, but you want to deal with that volatility appropriately so you can be around for, the best part of that move as that market really bottoms out and runs to fresh new lows here. So just a huge opportunity here to go ahead and, get some shorts within your portfolio and make some money to the downside. You see a 58% move, and we're seeing a lot of, again, downside volatility. Utilities got very, very weak over the past couple weeks. You've seen some of these, tech stocks and things really start to sell off, but other areas actually doing extremely well. And so it's really appropriate to have, again, take advantage of the long and short positions in the market as you're getting volatility really in both directions and things really heating up a little bit. Here we have Radiant Logistics, crossover to the upside all the way back here on the chart, neural index up at a 1. or a bullish configuration here, this 48-hour indicator. And again, so you want to be taking long positions. You see, neural index goes down to a 0 here. You get some, weakness, some sideways action in the market. Again, here you get a little bit more sideways and some lower lows coming in. But the trend is very much to the upside, and therefore you'd want to be looking towards predicted lows to take positions in the market. So buying towards these predicted low levels, taking some short-term profits up near those predicted highs, but of course, getting long the market and taking profit on those long positions here. So you see just phenomenal trading opportunities here over the past, what's been about, a couple months of time here in the market here. But really great entries. So, if you're looking for those areas where you can get long the market and have a really nice position on and trail your stops, this market's already up 32% just in the past 24, 25 trading days or so, even shorter from, getting in at those predicted low levels, being achieved out here. So really nice opportunities again, but there's a lot of volatility. So, you want to make sure that, you're getting long the markets where you've got that support and the odds are, that market's going to keep trending in your favor. But make sure you're avoiding, situations like this. And we've seen it on, big name companies, the whole utility sector, big companies like Cintas, really having some weakness in areas of the market. You don't want to get caught up in that. So you see, you get your crossover comes through, neural index down at a 0. You see your 48-hour forecast. You get a little bit of high highs coming through. But that blue line, you see that predicted neural index still, or a predicted moving average still well below the actual moving average, suggesting, look, the trend is down. You get, another little bounce here as prices, want to bounce a little bit higher intraday. But the last thing you want to be doing is getting long as some of these markets are really, becoming quite weak here. So again, we look towards those predicted levels that you're getting. And, first short position setting there, you've got predicted high here. You get a little bit volatility. And what I love about the software here is how these things adjust. So even when you get those days where you move outside the range, the software does an excellent job at adjusting, understanding how those market conditions are changing, how those volatility and intermarket relations are affecting the markets that you're in, so they don't get swept up in getting out of position. Looking at the market, maybe the S&P 500 and things moving higher, and not realize that, look, this is still in a downtrend. If you want to get long, find somewhere else to do it. This market down about 10% just in the past 13 trading days. Lastly here, Exxon Mobil. So, obviously a very popular company, very big in the markets here. But cross over to the upside saying, okay, well, if you trade Exxon Mobil, here's a really great opportunity to start initiating those long positions and start managing that trade moving forward. And we see here, okay, well, you get some periods where that 48-hour indicator, informs you, hey, expect some volatility. But as long as that blue line, so that predicted moving average, that predicted level of prices remains above the actual level of prices highlighted by that black line, the trend is still up, and you don't want to be sacrificing your position and getting out of the way before the trend really gets going here. So again, you see these predicted levels, they're going to adjust as the market trades forward, but you see, you get some volatility, market levels adjust each and every day to let you know, okay, where's a good level to get involved in the market? Where's the short-term levels to take some profit at these predicted highs? But also making sure that you stay in the market as a trend trader so that you get the best part of this move. As you see Exxon now, doing really well. Crude oil, having a bid and doing really well. And there's these areas of the market again where it makes sense to go ahead and be taking some long positions, adjusting with the help of the forecast. But also some short positions. There's just a whole lot of sectors that are moving higher, other sectors that are now selling off, and it really makes sense to make those adjustments, of course, in line with these highly accurate forecasts are going to help you navigate those sector rotations if things roll through here. So as always, guys, thank you all for watching. Best of luck to the traders out there in the markets. A lot of exciting things going on. We're hitting, fresh new highs in the S&P, getting some volatility, and it's really opening up a lot of opportunities. So have a great rest of the week. Once again, this has been our Hot Stocks Outlook for September 28th, 2018. Thanks again, and bye for now.